Have you been running low on energy, not able to give your best to your family, to your employer, to your business, causing unwanted strain and stress, which in turn is depleting your energy levels even further? Well, in today's video, we'll be going over how to invest your energy for the highest returns and how to leverage non-optimal situations so that we can give our best when we're at our best. We'll be utilizing the book At Your Best by Carey Nieuwhof, covering chapters 5 and 6 in this video. For each chapter, I've selected a quote that stood out to me the most. Let's start with chapter 5. In the same way that not all hours are created equal, not all tasks are created equal. Making the right investments with your time and energy can produce some phenomenal returns, just like how making the right financial investments produces great returns for you. While most people wouldn't invest their money unthinkingly, there are so many people who invest their time and energy unthinkingly. Not all hours of the day feel equal or produce equally. Leveraging your energy is where the exponential returns begin. Doing your best work while you have the most energy capacity significantly boosts your quality of work and quantity of work. So then what is your best work? What exactly are you best at? Most of us at any given moment have a very narrow range of things that we excel at. What do you uniquely do best? These are the things that others find difficult to do, but you make it look incredibly easy. What talent do you use in different settings? For example, in different settings, you're constantly the organizer of events, or in different settings, you're the speaker of the group. Also, what do other people affirm in you to be your talent? Now, these natural talents aren't necessarily things that you jump at doing, that you're super excited about doing every single time. It's just things you naturally fall into doing every single time, such as organizing events, such as speaking or managing a group. When it comes to passions, that's when we're talking about the things that energize you. What are the handful of things that are enjoyable to you and that energize you? While they might be challenging, but for some strange reason, they invigorate you, they excite you. Your passion might be strategic planning, team development, organization, event planning, editing, design, teaching, or anything else you can think of. In your personal life, it might be running, cooking, art, or time with family and friends. Passions are things you absolutely must do, either daily or weekly. If you're not sure what your passions are, start monitoring your thoughts and the things that you say to others. Maybe all of a sudden you get excited about planning that event that you're called upon doing. Or you get excited about designing that website for your business. Pay attention to the things that fuel you. What tasks do you most look forward to? What things energize you? And when do you lose track of time just because you're enjoying what you're doing? So now let's begin to think about how we can leverage our natural talents and our burning passions to make progress, to move the needle during the key periods of the day where you have the most energy. And to find out what's most important to tackle, to take care of during those peak energy moments within a day, ask yourself these questions. What can I do today that will have a significantly positive impact? What few things, when done well, will move the needle forward? And what activities, when I do them repeatedly, help me make meaningful progress? Unfortunately, most people let days happen to them, which results in disappointment, tension, unmet expectations, and important things left undone. By leveraging the key moments within your day where you have the most highest peak performance, you can make sure those things don't happen. You can make sure that the important things were taken care of and the expectations were met, alleviating any tension or disappointment. And make sure during your most productive hours in your day where you have the most highest peak performance to not only use your talents, but continue to develop them. So let's get into chapter 6. Here's the quote that stood out to me the most. When you don't have complete control over your calendar, focus on what you can control, not on what you can't. And there's a surprising amount you can control. So we just discussed how we can best utilize the certain parts of the day where our energy is at its highest. But what about the other parts of the days? What about the other hours of the day? What about the parts of the day when your energy is just in between? It's all right, it's good, it's not great, it's not bad, but it's okay. Or what about when your energy level is at its lowest? Your mood is at its lowest because you wish you had more energy because your energy is so low. You wish you could accomplish the things that you still need to accomplish, but your energy is so low that and your focus is so off that you just can't? What about those parts of the day? Those non-optimal parts of the day, what do you do about those? So during the parts of the day where your energy is at its highest, what we're focusing on are the things that matter most to us, what matter deeply to us. And now during these other parts of the days where you're middle or low energy, you're free to focus on the less demanding, less energizing tasks, which of course takes a huge pressure off of those parts of the day. So each day, look at the to-do list that you have. Look at the tasks that you have set for yourself to accomplish and start ranking them. Start figuring out, well, which ones are moderately important and which ones are least important for the day. Take care of your moderately important tasks when your energy is just middle ground. It's good, not great, not terrible. And then take care of your least important tasks when your energy is extremely low, your mood is not at its best, you're maybe running on your last 3 brain cells that you have. So maybe some moderate important activities could be holding a meeting, something like creating content from scratch, for example. That would be a high level energy focus from what we previously discussed. So that would be placed in a moment in time during a day when you're at your peak highest performance. And then an example of something that's least important, that could be maybe checking emails. Typically, you'll make phenomenal decisions when you're at your highest peak of performance, your highest energy level. You'll make good to great decisions when you're in the middle range, but when you're at the lowest level of energy, typically you're going to make some bad decisions if you are making any decisions at all during that period of time in a given day. So work on figuring out how to match your exact responsibilities to the different varying degrees of energy levels that you have in a given day. Think about how you can structure your days accordingly so that you are thriving every single day. Not only will you add value and impress the people around you, but you'll be able to show up accordingly, show up and do what you're best at your best peak moments throughout a day. And it's important to note that depending on the season of life that you're in, adjust your expectations accordingly to what you can accomplish. Life comes at us in seasons, and often with challenges we never asked for. One key principle to live by, though, is focus on what you can control, not on what you can't. There is so much that is within our control, from the time that we go to bed, to how we show up with our attitude, to what we eat and drink, to the sequences for which we tackle our work, and to what we let slide, and yet what we also embrace. You have far more control than what you think. Mindset matters, and how you look at things, how you look at situations matter. So I hope this has been helpful. It's been a lot of fun. I'll be covering other future chapters of At Your Best by Carey Nieuwhof in other future videos, so make sure to check those out when those come out. And I've also covered other previous chapters of the book in previous videos, so if you haven't checked those out, go ahead and check those out right now, and I'll see you in the next video.